get
They
out.
can't. They cannot count this. There's no way.
Dude,
Is he actually not going to
Raw,
act?
is he? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be massive.
Sniffus versus Raw.
This is gonna be huge. If
Set Delta XL, 7 cards in the extra.
Let's see that extra deck.
oh
Wow.
my 7 cards.
What's next? We're gonna allow back.
They have to redo that. There's no way they can.
That's not his fault. That's
Literally
not his
disgusting.
fault.
No
That is
way.
not
Literally
his fault.
disgusting.
7 card extra with Set Delta. What do you even do?
Nothing.
What's your win con? You lost half your win con.
If they can't fix the bug, this has to be replayed and let him choose another deck. There's just. Good morning. I look like shit, and so does everyone else, because we just streamed almost 9 hours of KCGT tournament, and it was by far the most scuffed, awfully produced, awful tournament. If I had to play in that tournament, I would have given up halfway through and said I am not dealing with this, because that was awful. Kamel, you have a list of all the awful things that happened. Why don't you share very quickly what the hell happened? We also have Mango and Mood Trapper. They did cast the games with us, and -1 on the mic as well after he actually played in Worlds for a little bit of insight. Kamel, go for it.
So World starts at 1 a.m. Eastern time, and there are a couple of visible matches, and then they go away. There's no spectatable matches. So we have to click on each player's individual player section in order to watch their replays after their invisible matches are done. And then as people are playing their game ones, some of the participants are talking amongst themselves and they find out that Set Delta XL, the enemy skill, is not adding the 5 Tech Genus Synchro monsters to your extra deck. And Ultimate Dragons is having the same issue, not adding the Blue Eyes Fusion monsters to the extra deck. Now, our theory, of course, we don't know, is that because Konami had a strict deck rule that they manipulated the game state for the tournament players to be that they would not be allowed to, exceed the 7-card extra deck limit, and that obviously conflicted with the skills, and they did not get those extra deck monsters per their skill activation. So many people had to play their round 1 matches without their skills working properly, and because of that, they had to play rematches, and the first round lasted 3 hours. Round 2 did not begin until 4 a.m. Eastern time.
It took them 3 hours just to say, hey, we're restarting the games where your skills didn't activate. They tried to get away with it at first. Tried to say, oh, you have to take the L. Because they made them play their game 2s and 3s, I think, in some scenarios before they officially said, okay, stop. So I don't know. It was not a great experience. And then the finals. Oh no. Then the finals. We get to the finals. Game 1, DC. Okay, excellent. Game 2, DC. But this time they actually
DC.
Yeah,
not just the DC. Turn 1, turn 2 DC.
Oh
yes.
My god.
Yes. 2 turn 1 DCs for Zeta, a Brazilian player. It's unprecedented, never happened. They could not have a double back-to-back DC, so they replay the final game, and he puts up a fight, but Zeta unfortunately loses 2-0 in the end. So obviously, right, the finals, there was a DC, very unfortunate. But the big issue here is the presentation and just the overall infrastructure of this tournament, how it was run. These issues with skills in the extra deck, how did they happen? They knew about the rule sets way before. These are popular skills that are being used right now. Set Delta XL came out recently. Dude, Ultimate Dragons was just a meta skill. How did they not think that,
No.
these things would conflict? I don't know.
It was
definitely extremely frustrating, and I can only imagine being a player, we're going to talk to Nick one sec, but I would be filled with anxiety, dude. If I'm playing in that tournament, my skill's not working, I don't know what they're going to do. It would totally crush my mental for the later stages.
Yeah, it was very frustrating to watch for sure. It was, and like a lot of the stream earlier on, we were just memeing on Konami But there is truth in it. Like even Mood Trapper was like, getting in on people like, oh yeah, the Hero Flash, let's go watch it. And it's
Yeah.
I don't know. Mood, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I was hyped for this tournament, but it's really a disappointment. It was super scuffed. Not how I expected it. Not half of what I expected. It was super bad. The only enjoyment I got of it is actually chatting with you guys on stream. That's about it.
No.
The tournament itself was super bad. We've reached a point where we don't know what round we are in, and who played what and when.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mean to cut you off, Mood, but something I didn't mention was the freaking loading, dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
The loading and the reboots, dude. The loading. We were stuck in loading
Four
for
reboots,
for
infinite
several
loading.
minutes, several minutes at a time, infinitely loading.
Launched the game like 6-7 times.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I can
insane.
assure you that it was not just from a spectator side.
Yeah, go ahead. From a
load
player's
problems
perspective.
was also from the player's side. There were times where you would get at like, okay, so the match, your game starts and this time. All right, wait until that time. Timer goes 3, 2, 1, 0. Your match starts in 20 minutes. Okay.
Oh yes, and the continuous delays, round after multiple delays per round, dude. Remember the one where it was like, all right, we're gonna start at 6:53. Actually, we're gonna start at 6:55.
Just unbelievable.
Oh my gosh,
the communication was bad. The and if you went to the stream, the official Konami stream was so scuffed. The sound quality was bad. The casters didn't know what the hell we were talking about. They were talking about TCG related things instead of Duel Links things. As things happened, as the DC happened, there was no communication between the staff and what was going on. Their Twitch chat was just full of "fix your game, Konami." It was just
another thing that I find really like kind of sad. Like it really feels like they only accounted for like being able to produce content for the Japanese stream.
Yeah,
they had those celebrity guests, the voice actor guests, the big studio with the prize, dude. The EU English speaking Twitch stream.
God,
those poor those poor commentators, dude.
They didn't even subtitle the intro videos. All the players had. There was no subtitles to any of them. I didn't know what the fuck any of them said besides the English speakers. I couldn't even properly get hyped. Konami, what the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah, I just think overall, like, you have to expect better. They have to be better.
Yeah.
And going into Master Duel, this is going to be a big competitive game. They're going to have tournaments
this
and
cannot
events
happen
like this
again.
all the time if this is going to survive. And it cannot be happening like this. The presentation of the game that these people have waited all year, for some people like -1 multiple years. Being denied an invite to actual worlds. Now you got to go to online COVID worlds, and you get this scuffed like piece of shit experience. I'm sorry, but that's just
and
what it
is.
is.
Reality.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here blames the casters or the Discord mods or anything like that. They're just doing their job. You know what I mean? We're putting full blame on the Konami developers, the people who are making the game. They just did not. The game's been unstable for months. We've had lots of ranting about the disconnect, the reboots, all of that. And it just showed up so bad today. How the hell do skills stop working? The worst part is they didn't even fully stop working. We literally saw a Blue Eyes player add polymerization to their hand, but they did not have the extra fusion monsters. How the fuck? You can't even break the skills properly. What happened?
Yep.
So
at least if you want to break it, still break it properly.
Oh my god!
Just go all in.
I definitely think it's really time for people to start holding Konami accountable, dude. Like,
either have worlds in person or do
this.
not have them anymore. That's just my take on it.
Cannot accept this any longer.
Yeah, it feels like an amalgamation of all the issues that have been kind of culminating over even the past month, where we've had all these connection issues, we've had lack of content and lack of communication on that content, and that's what makes us as players annoyed, is that we don't know what's going on. And like, we were like out here once, like we started out at 1 a.m. and then 2 hours later, we're finally starting round one again, and we're complimenting Konami for fixing the game,
Right?
and like, wow,
Yeah.
they actually fixed it. Like it was a big thing that they did the
Wow,
right
they fixed
thing.
the skills.
Like we were shocked that they did the right thing. Like, which kudos to them for fixing it and letting the players replay their games. But again, it's like you said, like they had multiple emergency maintenances, some planned, some not planned, and they still had to deal with the biggest official event for Duel Links having this level of just problems. I mean,
No,
how?
it's not.
Small indie company is a joke for a reason, and it just gets worse and worse. Like, how you do this?
I don't know, bro.
It's insane.
And the loading screens, I'm watching Rye cast this, and every time, just the little circle, the little
Oh
not
my
even
God.
not even to switch from menu to menu, just to scroll down the same screen. There's a loading wheel.
The worst.
So definitely, I think there has to be a call to action, dude.
Yeah.
There has to be outrage over this. Something has
Guys,
to change.
please share the video. Please tell, even if you don't share the video, just tell people about it. This is just, it's unacceptable, and I don't want to have to sit through it again.
Don't accept the 50 gems, by the way.
Yeah,
That's not good.
that's
Yeah,
not
send
good
them
enough.
back. Don't accept them.
I don't care about the
Leave
one
it in
Fix
your
the
pack.
gift
game.
box.
I
Leave
don't
the
need
50
one
gems
pack.
in your gift box, dude.
Give me actual good content and good
Yeah.
game. Not even good content. Just give me a stable game at this point.
Pretty much.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can have some. There's a lot of anger in this Discord call. I can tell you that right now. But hopefully Konami can take some constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I mean, even from a perspective of a player, -1. Like, I don't know if you have any thoughts in particular that you wanted to share from that side.
Oh, I'm livid. I'm
Yeah.
just too tired to express it.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's
I
just
can
a
only
common theme
imagine,
here.
dude.
Yeah.
We're so
For those that
drained
don't
from the
know,
experience.
The tournament started at, for me, or it started at 1 a.m. EST. So for me, it was midnight. It started. But we also had to be online for 2 hours before that for like connection testing, just to make sure that video calls were working. We had like a stable connection, that we could play and like they could see us, stuff like that. So
you're going on 10 hours awake right now. Oh my
That's
gosh.
insane.
That is nuts, dude.
yeah, I mean, I took a 2-hour nap before that, but I think for the past like 24 hours, I've been awake for at least like 22 of them, and I don't think that's okay.
No.
So,
No.
I'd next time I'd ask Konami to, maybe test these things out. I would appreciate it if they did,
Unbelievable.
just so that when we are, just so that when the players are actually doing it, it's not the first time that these systems are being used.
Right.
No.
Guys, remember, this is off the top of our heads. We literally just cut the stream, so don't get salty. We're livid. we finished experiencing this. So maybe we'll have another video out later in the week with our more refined thoughts on this issue. But for now,
Fix your game, Konami.
Fix your game, dude. For real. Fix the game.
Thank you for the boys for streaming with us. Thank you for doing the video with us. Have a good night. Follow the YouTube, subscribe, all of that. Yeah. I'm sorry that Worlds was so shit. Bye.
Peace out, guys.